What's up everyone, Soldier First Class here. In today's mission, we're going to talk about how Final Fantasy VII Remake is truly a game for everyone. We'll be discussing its features and how this game has become almost all-inclusive to gamers of all walks of life. So after my last video, in which we recapped what happened at Tokyo Game Show, the biggest buzz was surrounding Classic Mode. I received a lot of comments on the mode, as some were for it and some were against it. I mean, it is optional, so if you don't enjoy it, you can always experience the game in its intended action form. That being said, at first I was taking the mode at face value and seeing how it would be enjoyable to those who wanted a turn-based, ATB, or similar system. But then I read some of my comments section and discovered that a new group of gamers was also being represented with this Classic Mode. Gamers with disabilities, big or small, can now enjoy the Final Fantasy VII Remake without fear of being left out. People just want to be included no matter what the platform or the event. It's a part of video games that has made it such a successful form of entertainment. Smash Bros. And Mario Kart with your friends, the latest Call of Duty, and several multiplayer games have succeeded because of the nature of multiplayer and party games. So when you talk about single-player games, it's hard to imagine how these games could be inclusive. Well, the Final Fantasy VII Remake has the chance to change that, and that means that more people will be able to enjoy its amazing and beautiful world without fear of missing out. Gaming has taken strides when it comes to including people from all walks of life. Subtitles for those with hearing impairment or those that speak a different language, special controllers for those with physical disabilities, and a few other technological advancements over the years. These have found a way to make video games more accessible. But what Final Fantasy VII Remake has done is revolutionary in a way they may not have intended but can be utilized for the betterment of the community. These include game mechanics that allow people to play regardless of things that are outside of their control. So far, I've read a lot of comments about how visually the game is very busy for certain gamers with declining eyesight. While a lot of fans grew up with this game and are still in their 20s, there's also a major portion of the fan base that's been playing this game since their college days or older, back in the 90s when this game first arrived. These gamers are an aging population, and with the game being 23 years old when the remake comes out, it's been a long time since then. Things change, bodies change, and people change, but that doesn't mean that these gamers can't be included. This remake is a game that can be accessible by almost anyone due to the slower nature and auto battle features of Classic Mode. This also goes for people with hand issues where rapid fire button presses are difficult. Arthritis, injuries, and nerve damage can cause fast-paced action games to cause great discomfort due to the repetitive nature of the hand motions. Classic Mode will allow them to auto-battle if they choose to, while the enemy is in a semi-wait mode style. The ATB mechanic slows down the game and gives time for the player to surf the menus and find their abilities without fear of dying due to timing. It will allow them to play and experience this game without fear of being left behind or overwhelmed. And for me, this is incredible. People that might have never picked this game up because of its action style can now do so without fear. And this goes beyond the turn-based versus action-based argument. It's about being able to play your favorite games and find joy in them. So please, before you chastise someone for playing Classic Mode or playing on Easy, realize they may have a reason for it other than just preference. The game is there for you to enjoy in the way you see fit, and it doesn't adversely affect you for someone else to enjoy it in their way. I would also like to add that this is not me bashing action-based games because some of my favorite games are action-based. There's also been a massive wave of negativity surrounding easy modes in games as well. Games aren't just about gameplay though, they're about experiencing the world and the story a game is trying to tell. If someone wants to play on easy mode, does it really matter? They can enjoy the story just as much as anyone else. You're not more or less of a gamer because you play on a harder or easier difficulty. Overall, I'd like to thank Square Enix for something they may or may not be aware of. Thank you for creating a game that can truly be enjoyed by almost everyone, regardless of what walk of life they come from. This one feature may sell 1 million copies on its own, but I think what really matters is that of those people that have difficulties with fast-paced gaming, they now have a mode that helps them enjoy a game they may have grown up with or are playing for the very first time. It's my hope with this video that I can change the perception of this whole action-based versus turn-based difficulty setting split. Now that the game has tried to be accommodating to all, it means more than just the two sides. It's not about turn-based gamers being lazy or action gamers being less skilled at strategy or whatever stupid arguments people are having. If you don't like one or the other, you don't have to use them. But just know there are people out there right now rejoicing because now they have a way to enjoy a remake of their favorite game of all time just like the rest of us. Or maybe they're playing in this universe for the very first time, but thought they wouldn't be able to because of the combat. They're being included, and isn't that what video games are all about? Over time, our bodies change, they degrade, and we lose our vision and hearing. Our hands don't work quite like they used to, and our hand-eye coordination loses its strength. And sometimes you're born with these issues, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to enjoy the things you love just as much as I do or anyone else out there in the world. I will always advocate for more accessibility in gaming, and this is my way of telling Square Enix thank you for doing so. More games should take this into consideration in the future, because in a world where people struggle with acceptance, we need to love and accept people for who they are. This is regardless of what game modes they use or what difficulty they play on. The ranks of Soldier have always been about brotherhood, family, and acceptance. No matter what language you speak, hardships you may have, or who you are as a human being, I've always prided myself in building this community we have together. You guys are more than just fans, subscribers, and numbers to me. I get to discuss my favorite games of all time with people all across the world, and we all speak a universal language: video games. This was a topic that I felt really strongly about, and I wanted to get it out there because I feel like in the gaming community nowadays, it's hard for people to find acceptance even in our own medium. And to me, that's never what video games has been about. So I hope that this video has helped spread the message that we need to be more accepting of people no matter what difficulties they play on and game modes they choose to use. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to omni-slash that like button. Let me know in the comments section below how you feel about classic mode and the ease of access of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell to join the ranks of Soldier today. And for all the latest Final Fantasy VII Remake news, rumors, and trailers, I'm Soldier First Class, and I'm on to the next mission. Later, guys.